Hello everybody, welcome back, and today on LSN, it's program analysis time, and this week's clip is from... Okay, so maybe I'm lying. He's not technically a professional, he's semi-professional, I guess is the word. Basically, he streams. He's a Diamond 1 / Challenger streamer on the NA servers. His name's Gosu, and he's probably one of my favorite players in the world, because he is so hilariously reckless, and he plays Vayne, like predominantly in a very interesting way. He builds Vayne with high attack speed and high mobility, so he can just tumble as much as he can and just kite for days. And so we have a nice replay from him today, which was switch you. And basically, he's just gonna play Gain. Play Gain. It's a pretty standard game. He starts with the Dorans, and I'm just gonna skip ahead. They don't really do much early game. They just want to secure blue. But go check him out. His stream is called Mushy's Gosu or something, and his YouTube channel is called League of Gosu, as you can see under there. But he's really good, and we're just gonna do a little replay because he's a very good Vayne, and he's like very mechanically solid in his macro and his like kiting potential and his orb walking abilities. But other than that, he makes some mistakes, and these are some common mistakes. So right now, you can tell he's quite far back. He's getting zoned a little bit already by Twitch and Sona, because Twitch and Sona have a lot of damage early game. They're both like very, very squishy, but with Twitch's expunge and slow and Sona's like power chords, you can't really get too close because you will lose health. So right here, Twitch is positioning aggressively because he knows that he can get right up there, and see right there, walks up straight immediately in auto attack, and Twitch's poison just locks on, and he's just zoning so hard already to the point where he missed a creep just there to the cannon minion, and like this is 3 minutes in the game. See, he's already been hit, and then the expunge, and he's just losing tons of health to the like damage of Twitch here, because Twitch is a very high damage champ early game, and you should try and remember that. And Blitz, his job is pretty much to make plays with his grab. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but that's his entire role in life, is to make plays with his grab. And if you can't get grabs, then you can't really help your AD carry at all. It's like playing Leona. Leona is a kill-hungry support. I like to call them kill-hungry because they just want kills. They just want to fucking get on the enemy AD carry and fuck their shit up. And right here, he misses a couple of creeps. He's been pushed all the way to the tower because he's getting zoned very hard. So already, he's on the back foot. He's behind. He's picked up level 3, but he's repeatedly getting expunged, and it's dropping his health. Now, it's important to note at this point, he's a little bit behind, but he isn't losing. And this is a position that a lot of you will find yourself in, where you feel like you're losing incredibly because you miss a couple of creeps. But if we just go back a little bit here, and just see when he flicks up the scoreboard, which I think whatever. Basically, Twitch is a couple of creeps ahead. They lost first blood to Jarvan, but to be honest, that isn't a very big deal. And as you can see, Zach's pinged that he's on his way. Zach wants to make a play. He knows they've been pushed really fast to the tower. He has his double buffs, and he wants to pick up because he wants to respond to Jarvan's gank in top lane. He knows that a counter gank is just not going to happen. Blitz goes for a fucking miracle grab right there. That was beautiful. Blitz goes for the grab. They get the Zach push, and Sona just gets minced. Sona has less health than a cannon minion. Like, I'm not even kidding. She has the lowest health in the game. Oh, this is, holy god hand, bad man. This is just lag from his stream. This is a downloaded clip. Another beautiful grab there. I don't know how they let him get away, because the stream is really laggy at this point. This isn't me, or this isn't you. This is just the stream being laggy. But Twitch manages to escape just. He dodges out like everything. He just goes invisible, and they didn't have the DPS to kill him between the grab, the knock-up, and the pin to the wall. So he gets away, and they're going to apply some pressure on this tower, and hopefully going to regain some CS. Now, Vayne has the lead. At this exact point in time, Vayne has the lead. She's a kill up, which is roughly 20 CS in gold, and she's in the lane longer, which means she's going to get all this experience that Twitch isn't going to get. But when Twitch comes back to the lane, he's going to have the lead again. He has the item advantage, he has the health advantage, he has the mana advantage, and Twitch is just going to be the predominant one in the lane. So if Vayne doesn't back soon, then she's at risk of losing her lead, and that's exactly what she's going to do here. She's going to just pull away. She's cleared the entire wave. The lane is more or less reset because it's going to be right in the middle here. Twitch is back, so they're not going to miss much experience, because there's no way Twitch and Sona can push it to the tower before they return. Notice how Vayne waited to recall before she'd known that Blitz was safe. Blitz took a much more risky recall, and she wanted to make sure that Blitz didn't just get jumped on, because if Blitz gets jumped on, he can actually turn that around incredibly easily. It gets pushed to the tower. They only miss one wave. It's not so bad. Twitch is roaming around for some unknown reason to me. I'm not really sure why. He's just kind of running around. Yeah. But Vayne has come back, and now she has the item advantage. Again, like, it's weird. Item advantage is basically given to whoever recalls with more money. But you have to actually recall to get that item advantage. So if you just have money in the bank, you're not winning. Just like, well, you're not winning, but you're winning, but you don't have the advantage, if you know what I mean. Before you recall and spend that cash money, then you don't really have a huge advantage. So don't let that get to your head. But Blitz gonna hit his grabs, or hopefully he's gonna hit his grabs, and they're at a point when they do have an item advantage. Notice how he just went full fucking AD, because I know for a fact that this guy always builds bulk first, just for that massive kiting potential and the lifesteal and the activation. So Blitz is trying to make some plays. They're zoning him now, like, purely because Blitz walked forward from this bush to this one. They're gonna win either way, because Sona has to drop a ward. Yeah, there you go. Or just risk getting, like, what's the word, zoned the entire game, because Blitz is such a fucking annoying support. He gets banned so much in the lower elos, just because people can't deal with him. If you get grabbed, that's it, and he really punishes you for the small mistakes, and champions like that just are hell for the lower elos, because you make a lot of small mistakes that are easily avoided. That grab, I'm 100% sure hit, but, you know, come on, Riot, please. But yeah, they've been pushed all the way to the tower, because now the zoning has changed. Sona's going to try and zone here for some reason. She's taking a lot of damage in return. She took way too much damage. Vayne got all three, wow, that was such a dick move. Vayne got all 3 stacks of her silver bolts, and she's just going to win a trade in that situation. Because remember that Vayne's Condemn procs her silver bolts, and once you proc all those 3 silver bolts, you take off 6% of the current health, and that's a fucking ridiculous amount. But Jarvan's going to come down here for a gank. He's noticed they've been pushed, but he's got the ward, so he doesn't care. Vayne just does not give a fuck right now. She's just sitting there. That's like disrespect to the highest caliber. Just fucking tanning. The only thing that could be more disrespectful is if she was like dancing, but you know, there's only so much disrespect you can dish out to J4 before he turns around and just like slams your face. You'll see later on in the game. I've already watched this game over. You'll see later on that Vayne transitions to the mid game, does not respect them enough, and just gets stomped. I'll talk about that when it happens. But let's see what happens here. So basically, he's just last hitting under tower. Blitz doesn't need to do anything because Vayne has the damage right now to last hit mostly under tower. I mean, she went for silver bolts first, which is obviously a really good thing, but that means it's a little more difficult to last hit under tower because you'll struggle to get 3 shots in before they die to the tower. This is where something kind of bad happens. Zach's gonna come down for a gank. It's gonna go wrong, and that happens from time to time in ganks. It doesn't go terrible, but at the same time, it's not good. So Blitz is going way forward. Now, notice here, right, I'm just gonna stop right there. This is bad, okay? Here's why. Vayne ultied and cleansed, right? She's got no cooldowns if she flashes. That's all she's got left. She is faster than Blitz is. Blitz doesn't have grab. Blitz doesn't have silence. Blitz doesn't have knock up. Zach is midair. He's gonna fly in. He's got 2 choices. Overcommit, dive the tower, and risk it, or just back away and consider that a bad gank because they lost a lot of cooldowns. But Blitz doesn't have anything to speed him up anymore. Everything's on cooldown. He's going to be left behind if they do anything here. And notice how Zach already charged up his thing while they were in crescendo. Blitz doesn't have cleanse. Blitz doesn't have a speed up. Blitz doesn't have ghost. Blitz is going to be left behind, and they're going to gank in a 2v2. They're going to tower dive in 2v2 against Twitch and Sona. Now, obviously, keep in mind that Sona doesn't have crescendo. So Sona can't really make the turnaround, but she does have her heals. And Sona's heals can be the most infuriating thing. And she also has exhaust still. And that reminds me that Twitch has all his cooldowns as well. He's still got barrier. He's taking almost no damage. They're just focusing Sona because they want to get out with the easy kill. And Sona's like the squishiest motherfucker in the world. So let's see how this goes. Blitz comes in. Whack. Flashes. Ulti. Now Vayne is left behind. Flashes. Ultis. Now Blitz is left behind. He's low. She's low. They're all so separated. They just get fucking minced. The exhaust ruins Vayne, right? The exhaust means Vayne cannot proc her silver bolts fast enough. That was an easy kill, apart from the exhaust. So now everyone's left behind. Vayne flash tumbled with her ulti. She's gonna get that passive movement speed from the speed up. She's gonna leave them both behind. Zach flash ultied. He's gonna leave Blitz behind. He backed out. Vayne went forward. It's like the recipe for a shit gank, right? The perfect gank is everyone makes the same decision. Everyone has to be in synergy, and if you leave someone as important as Blitz behind, then your gank is gonna fail. Realistically, what should have happened? They should have come in. Blitz should have, like, if you saw that Blitz missed the grab, if Blitz had hit the grab, they should have followed up. But since Blitz missed, they should have just left it. But by then, Zach was already charging up. He could have just moved out. He could have just done a tiny jump and walked away. And they could have been like, well, we got the Sona crescendo. That's fine. But instead, they overcommitted, and it resulted in them both dying and giving Twitch, I think, 1 kill. I'm not sure. But here, Gosu says, that Exor just raped me so hard. Blitz goes for the miracle grab, failed. Yeah, Twitch gets 2 kills off this. And even then, if they had escaped, they would have given a double kill to Vlad, because Vlad was already here by the time they were diving, and that's just like a recipe for disaster. Jinte has no mana. Jinte's a great player, but he has no mana. He had to escape over Dragon. He's going to sit there and take DPS. While Vlad was really low, and Jinte did come to, like, what's the word? Intercept him. But if they'd both come out that tower with 10 HP, the chances of them actually killing him, unless they chain their CC perfectly, but how are they going to do that because they have no cooldowns, then it would be like, oh, Vlad got a double kill with his ulti, perfect. So that was just a recipe for a bad gank. Like, that was just bad. I'm really disappointed in that. But as you can see, this is a Diamond 1 / Challenger game. So, like, communication in solo queue is always going to be minimal. Like, just minimal. Not, well, okay, not minimal. You can talk, you can ping, you can pass your ideas between each other, but you're never going to have the right synergy all the time. Yeah, we're kind of KF'd, yeah. Well, they just can't mince, like, ah, man, that was just so bad. We probably should have just free farmed, yep. Yeah, they just fucked up that really hard. So many things went wrong in such a tiny space of time that I spent like 2 minutes talking about it. But anyway. So right now they're just back in lane. They're not. It's hard to say. Twitch is 2-0 if I'm correct in saying. Yeah, Twitch is 2-0. Vayne is 1-1. That's not a big deficit. Vayne has 66 CS by 11 minutes. That's a little bit behind. If she can get maybe 90 CS by 13 minutes, I'll be pretty impressed, and she'll only be roughly 10 CS behind where she should be. But Twitch here, Twitch goes for the ambush. He goes for the plays, and he gets fucking wrecked. Twitch was like, well, we got the advantage here, because I got 2 kills. We can fuck shit up. No, you can't. No, you can't. Sona does not have crescendo, right? Vayne will mince your shit if they can chain your CC. He went in, he went ham, and it just panned out so bad. You can't get into that mentality of, well, I'm in the lead because I got 2 kills. I'm just going to fuck shit up. That's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. That's just not how it works. They go for Dragon because they have so, like, complete and total control bot lane. Zac has no smite, but, you know, YOLO. They got a nice pick up there. Sona's here. She's in a bad position. She doesn't know it's warded. And she should be worried right now. Realistically, Sona should have dropped a ward. I don't know why she didn't buy a ward there and dropped it. Because it's so pushed to the tower all the time. They're getting zoned really hard by Blitz and Vayne. And Zac's being quite persistent. He's ganked twice in 12 minutes. And hasn't really paid much attention to top lane. It's just like left to his own devices, which is fine. Jace is doing pretty well. So it's not really a big deal. Like, there are 2 kinds of junglers in the world. The ones that consistently push top and mid, and the ones that can't bot. Like, they're the only 2 junglers. There's well, okay, that's a lie. There are some junglers that just like to counter jungle all the time. But that's a big A. So, oh yeah, every time, just like a heads up, every time that goes low FPS, it's because the streamer is alt-tabbed and he's changing the music or something. But, shit gets kind of fucked up here. That should have been a grab. I don't know what happened there. It just kind of got stuck in between. But, yeah. Sona's kind of out of position there as well. I don't know. She noticed that Blitz's grab was on cooldown. And just decided to kind of go for it a bit. And I think that was a little risky because Vayne could have ultied and tumbled forwards. And then pinned her to the wall, and that would have been a free kill because Sona is so squishy. So that's coming out for another gank. They know that that isn't warded because Sona was fucking just chilling. She was like chilling. I have no idea what she's doing here. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck she was doing. I think she was just trying to get the crescendo in, which is really dumb. Red buff stole the kill there. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was dumb. I'm assuming she wanted to hit the crescendo on both of them and pick up the double kill for Twitch. But she knows that Vayne has cleanse. She knows that Blitz can fuck shit up with his silence. That was a very risky recall there. And she knows that they are just a fucking great combo with the knockups and the condemn. So Sona massively misplayed that. It just happened to kind of be unfortunate timing that Zac was there as she went in. But at the same time, you know, like, everyone makes mistakes. I really want you guys, this is kind of what I want you guys to take home. You can play well after making mistakes. Sona's not playing terribly. She's not playing well. But she's not, the game's not over just because she made a couple of mistakes. Vayne is 4-1. That's a big deal, but it doesn't mean that Vayne hasn't made mistakes. Everyone's making mistakes, but everyone's also making good plays. Apart from, maybe, Sona. Twitch is playing very safe. He's playing very passive. He hasn't died yet. Wait, has he? Yeah, he died once. Because, as I said, he got overly confident. And he thought that just because he had 2 kills, he could fucking destroy Vayne. And usually, you know what, that would be true. Vayne and Twitch have kind of a love-hate relationship. Because Twitch has his ulti, which can really, really, really tear up early game fights. And Vayne also has her ulti, which can tear up. So it all comes down to chaining the CC. So if Blitz hits grabs, the knockups, and the silence, and then Vayne condemns, as you saw happen, then they're just going to get minced. But right here, they're in a position to dive. They're in a pretty easy position. They're very far ahead. Vayne has ulti. Vayne has flash. Blitz has ulti. Blitz has flash. Blitz has exhaust still. He has. I don't think he's used it once. Maybe a couple of times. I think he used it when they engaged, when Twitch engaged on them with his invisibility. But I'm pretty sure Blitz has exhaust. They don't have cleanse, but Sona's crescendo is still down. She tried to use it when they got ganked. It's going to be up very soon. But that doesn't mean that they can't go for the dive. It would be risky, of course, with the cleanse, without the cleanse, but they're just going to wait on it. Sona finally warded Tribush, and I'm disappointed. Alright, this is a message for all you bot laners, right? If you know that your jungler likes to stay at top and mid and just freaking farm the shit out of the world, nice flash crescendo there. Vayne doesn't, yeah, Vayne flashes, tumbles through the wall. They turn this around because Zac's down there. Like, if you know that their jungler is camping bot and your jungler is camping top and mid, then ward Tribush. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. Blitz picks up the kill with the grab. Jinte is roaming bot lane with his ulti. They're trying to pick up the sneaky kill on Sona. Nice knock up there. Knock back, stun thingy. They got kind of a little bit lucky, I would say. Not lucky, but they balanced out the tower aggro well. But yeah, I'm just putting that out there, right? This is why you need to ward Tri, because if your jungler likes to stay at top and he likes to stay at mid and push those, that means that he's not bot lane. And if he's not bot lane, then their jungler will not give a shit about running through his jungle. If he runs around Dragon and goes through Tri, then you will die. I cannot tell you the amount of times, because I like to play AD carry and jungler, and I cannot tell you the amount of times that I just fucking waltz in through Tri, and no one has done anything and fucking destroyed them. I want to see what happens here. Nice flash, but I think she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. He's not getting away from that. Nice barrier, red buff, you know, the usual shit. One more punch. Yeah, there you go. Blitz got doubles off Jarvan, which is hilarious. Twitch just insta-stealth. That's the equivalent of shitting yourself. They're looking for the dragon timer right now. 7:47 dragon. So in another 40 seconds, they're going to look for dragon. And if J4 is in mid lane and Zac is in mid lane, then it might be a bit of a little risk taking dragon. Especially since Sona has an oracles now. And they're not going to have much ward coverage. But fuck. She's got minced. Like, that was unavoidable. I know it sounds bad, but that was unavoidable for Sona. She could have been a little more aware on what's happening. She could have been, like, a little bit more attentive on their lane, because obviously it's Blitz, and Blitz fucks shit up in lane. Like, he's a terror in lane, and if Vayne can tumble and condemn well. But yeah, they're assembling for Dragon, because, yeah, they lost their oracles for the next something seconds. And they've got the dominance in bot lane. That's another thing that's really important. Pressure in mid and bot lane is essential for taking Dragon. Pressure is essential for taking any objective, so just please remember that. If you pressure a lane, it forces them to make a decision. Lose like 2 or 3 waves worth of CS, or try and contest an objective. And that's one that, like, it's a win-win situation for you if you get the objective. So like, if you want, even if you want to steal their blue buff, pressure mid lane, because it's gonna force the mid laner to either take that CS or lose his blue buff automatically. That was a nice jam there. But yeah, as I said, they got dominance over bot lane because Sona died, and it ended up being a 2v1. Ooh, that was close. But that would have been a pretty risky grab, although Sona's health is just so minimal. Here, right here, she's about to die. No fucking respect. That right there. That is disrespect. This is what I like. Alright, we're gonna call this fucking the Gosu complex, right? Gosu does incredibly well early game, and he can completely tear late game. But he can come out being 6-1 like he is, feeling incredibly fed and feeling overly confident. He auto-attacked Vlad with a J4 on their team. Alright, I'm just gonna highlight. I cannot stress this enough. This was so disrespectful. Stop. Okay? Vlad's here. J4 is here. Sona's here. Sona crescendo. J4 ulti, although he wasn't aware of the timer, so I'll give him that. There's only two ways you can go here, right? Go back, up, round the side of river, and then up towards your blue buff, and then back into mid. That would be the best way to go. It's the safest way. But he's not going to do that. And this means that Vlad is here, right? If Vlad walks straight forward to where the cursor is now, to where Vayne's cursor is now, then he's separated between Ahri and Vayne. This means that Vlad's out of position. But then J4 is like, you know what, look, what is this? Tumbles for the auto. She thinks that Blitz is going to get the grab, and they're going to fuck shit up. She's just disrespecting Jarvan to his face right now. He's right there. As soon as she sees Jarvan, she's like, sorry Jarvan, I'm sorry, I was attacking Vlad, I'm sorry. Jarvan doesn't care, right? Jarvan does not care. Now look at that burst. Nothing. And Vayne's here. She's got nowhere to go. If she had flash, or she had ulti, or she had ultied earlier and gone all in, she maybe could have been fine with the invisibility. But the burst from Vlad and Jarvan, I'm not sure what Jarvan's building. I'm going to assume he's building damage because he doesn't look very tanky. She's getting fucking shit on. And the Sona crescendo comes in. That was just so much disrespect, and that was so stupid. I cannot stress this enough. Because you're fed, it doesn't mean that you're invincible, right? You have kills. You're an 80 carry, you have lots of kills. But you are not tanky. You will never be tanky. You cannot out-lifesteal all their damage. It's just not going to happen. Well, I mean, it can happen if you're really, really fed, but that's about it. You're not going to be, like, impervious to their CC. You never get to that point where you cannot be CC'd. So please try and remember that. No matter how you are, how fed you are, don't fall to the Gosu complex. Anyway, let's continue. She got fucked. Damn. Yeah, damn right. That was just... what she should have done is just headed back out towards blue and just ran round to the tower and protected it. They're probably not going to lose this tower. But Jace, fucking Jace. Jace as well. He was like, greedy, They got fucked. They lost the tower. And, wow, it just got ruined. That was a huge mistake from Vayne. And that almost cost them the game. It's 12-12 right now. She's pretty fed. I'm pretty sure they win. But that mistake, like, it's just so annoying. Please don't fall to the Gosu complex. You're fed. It doesn't mean you're amazing. Like, they lost... that was 4 towers. They lost 4 towers. And they gave up 4 kills. Because Vayne didn't respect J4. Like, wow. I love Gosu, but he's an idiot. He's amazing, but he's an idiot. That was my water bottle. So, he's gone a little bit more humble. And he's just gone back to his lane to free farm. He's going to push this up a little bit. Just try and counter Twitch's push and make sure he can't hit bot lane. If he was really, really worried, he would just last hit. He's not going to bother helping top. He can probably take a tower here because all the action's at top. That was a nice take by Jinte. He's probably going to... Yeah, he's going to go for this bot tower. He's pushing really hard. Notice how he kills the range minions as quickly as he can because they're the one that do more damage. They're like the 80 carries, you know? People always fucking shout you in low reloads, focus the 80 carry. This is not a hard and fast rule, of course, but it is kind of important. But Vayne has a really high DPS because he's got pretty high attack speed. His AD is relatively low, but he just wants the tumbles that he can get. I'm surprised that he didn't like tumble over and over to get it faster, but he still gets it anyway. But yeah, Vayne isn't the strongest split pusher purely because she's got no AoE. If you pick up static shiv, which he likes to do later on in the game, then you can split push quite effectively because you got the high move speed and the high attack speed, which yeah, moving and thingy attack like stacks up. Here again, that's kind of disrespectful. Like Vayne, Gosu can get a little greedy. He misses that siege minion, which is fucking weird. He can get a little greedy, like taking that tower shot. Like, again, if J4 was around the corner, of course he knew J4 wasn't around the corner, but if J4 was around the corner, then he would have died. He would have just got dunked to shit. And I think that's something important to remember. Like, respect the enemy jungler. They can be 0-4 for all that matters, but, like, they still have CC. You're never going to lose your CC. But Vayne is right. They should just take a 5v5. Sona, I don't know how they would do in a team fight, to be honest. Their team fighting comp isn't the strongest, but Vayne is incredibly fed. If Vayne stays alive, yeah, he's going to buy a static shift, and I'm assuming he wants to go for that split pushing a little bit more. If Vayne stays alive the entire team fight, then he will fucking tear. Vayne is a hyper carry. She's so strong late game, and so strong in team fights with her kiting. But if she dies quickly, like we saw earlier, it can all go so wrong, and they have a really weak team fight comp. Zac is a great initiator, that's true. He's a great team fighter. Blitz is not a very good team fighter. He has that silence, he has a single target knockup, but his pull isn't the most useful thing in the world. It's very hard to hit on the right target. I mean, you can initiate using it, but other than that. Whereas Vlad has his Hemoplague, Sona has Crescendo, Jarvan has ulti, Nasus has his ridiculous pimp caning capabilities. Wow. Really, Ari? Really? That was so dumb. Jarvan knows he's standing on ward, or should have known. But yeah, Vayne picks up the status 7. Look how quickly that thing stacks by the way she walks. 416 movement speed is high. That's just Berserker's Greaves. That's not Alacrity. That's not Home Guards or anything like that. That's not. He doesn't have Fura. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Home Guards, because I love Home Guards, and he should. And yeah, he's just poking the minions, trying to clear the waves as fast as he can to counter their really quick wave clear. Because Twitch with his Poisonous Flask, I think it is. Poisonous Cask, I don't remember the name. I don't play Twitch. That's weird, I've never played Twitch. But with Vlad and his Tides of Blood, they'll just mint through waves. Huge wave bot, just wait for the D. Vayne wants the D. Anyway. Yeah. Like, right on her. I always say her, even though it's a female champ. I know it's a male player. But, she's gonna clear the shit out of this wave. And this is where Static Shift really comes into handy. Don't know why I was tabbing. I was looking for Jinte's items. But yeah, as you can see, Static Shift, Blade of the Ruined King, they both give him a movement speed. Like, Blade of the Ruined King's active gives him movement speed. Static Shifts gives you 6% movement. No. Yeah, 6% movement speed. And here, another sense of disrespect there, but his team was there to back him up and J4 wasn't there. So, I don't know. They kind of just fuck shit up there. That's Zac coming in with his great initiate. So that was kind of bad. That was really bad, to be honest, on their part. He just I don't want to say that was an overextension, but like they just weren't expecting that to happen, and it was a good play. I wouldn't say it was a bad play by Jarvan and the Flash Crescendos. Nice Flash Crescendo, nice cleanse. But here, Nasus is zoning the shit out of Vayne, but he's just losing his health so fast to those, noob. He's just losing his health so fast to those Vayne Ws. Got pummeled there. That was close. Jay sending in the thing. They can... I should probably not catch that. Vayne obviously has her passive. She's a very good chaser. But... that doesn't mean she can't die. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean that you can't not catch some... What? What am I trying to say? She's not gonna catch everyone. They might Baron. Back to what I was saying earlier. I don't think it was a misplay by Vlad and Jarvan. I just think it was a nice play by Vayne and Zac. And to a lesser extent, Blitz and Ari. Because Blitz and Ari just followed up. Was Blitz there? My memory's really shit. It was just a nice play. They didn't catch them out of position per se, but they caught them a bit unawares, and like that can happen to you a lot. I know it definitely happens in low elos where you'll just be caught unawares of what's happening around you. Wow, how long has that been annoying you? I'm really sorry. You can be caught out of like unawares in a lot of situations, and that is one of the huge mistakes. But that just comes down to wall coverage. So if you don't have any wall coverage, buy some wards. Jesus Christ, like. Not only the support has to buy wards, every lane should buy wards. with maybe the exception of the AD carry. AD carries never buy wards. They're fucking selfish. I know I'm an AD carry, but still. But yeah, Dragon was taken by them, which is strange. I don't even know when that happened. So they don't have a timer, but they can roughly assume that's in the next 4 or 5 minutes. Because Dragon has a 6-minute timer, and they didn't notice for a little while. They're not going to get that ward. Are they? Oh, Blitz has oracles. Never mind. They could probably go for a risky Baron here because they're very dominant, but they don't have very much ward coverage. They have ward coverage around Baron, but not anywhere else. So I'm just going to pick up blue. Vayne is literally just farming up and playing safe and waiting on that crucial team fight that she needs to, like, win games. Vayne will win games if you just play safe and farm up and then go like la 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 and fucking mince through team fights, as we saw. Like, that cleanse is really, really useful. Most AD carries take barrier. And it is really strong early game, but against people like Nasus, Jarvan, if he has red buff and stuff like that, and Sona's Crescendo, it's really strong. But they're going for a play here in the enemy jungle. They know that they don't have much wall coverage, and they have loads of wall coverage around the mid lane. So they're kind of constricted to making plays around that mid lane instead of bottom top, because they don't have wall coverage and they don't have much wards. They go straight onto Nasus. If Nasus was fed, that would have been a bad idea, but since their teammates just aren't around, they're too, like, afraid to do anything. And frankly, like, the score doesn't represent how much they're getting dumped on right here. Nasus is down, so they're just going to take an easy Baron. Like, they're getting dumped on purely because they can't really do anything. Like, they can't contest anything, they're getting caught out of position, they're getting sniped off. Sona fucking gets pulled in, just misplay after misplay, to be honest. Jarvan with the smites didn't, like, get it right. He ulties for some reason. I don't know why. He should have just flashed back over the wall, but I'm assuming he didn't flash. Vlad should have kept pushing mid, and Twitch should have pushed with Vlad, but because Jace actually arrived quite late. Now this is another thing. Ward coverage. How many times have I said ward coverage? Fucking buy wards. How hard is it? Buy wards. They're the best things in the game. Like, ward coverage is so essential. How do you not get that? And this ward coverage is really, really affecting the game, like, massively, beyond belief. Ward coverage got them Dragon. Ward coverage got them Baron. Idiots don't ban Vayne. Yeah, J4's mad. Vayne is a little bit broken, but nah, no champion is broken. Vayne. What was I saying? Ward coverage got them Baron. Ward coverage got them Dragon. Ward coverage got them Sona. Ward coverage got them the counter gank on Jace. Like, ward coverage won this game. Vayne just took the kills. Vayne KS'd ward coverage. So they're just gonna, like, relentlessly pressure. And on the other side of the spectrum, the other team just don't have the ward coverage they need. Like, get that ward coverage. They cannot see shit. They're getting caught out so often. Sona's got the early oracles. That was a good play, but they just got this big ass wave here. They're not gonna be able to clear out. Maybe it's Twitch ultied. Nasus is trying to make some plays behind, but he's just sectioned off by his team so hard that the other team are just making so many mistakes, and it's like dumb. It's just really just map awareness and ward coverage. I mean, they lost Ari, but who gives a shit about Ari? Sona's just going for the Sona. Sorry, no. Vayne's just going for the hardcore plays because she's so fed at this point. They're shooting like 1v3, I would say. And they just got minced. They just made so many dumb mistakes. But mainly it was down to map awareness, ward coverage, and obviously Vayne is this Vayne is very mechanically sound. Gosu has some amazing plays. You should go check out his channel, League of Gosu. Don't forget to subscribe to it because he's really great. He only has like 40,000 subscribers, and I think he should have more. Zach with the flash. This was a pretty easy win for them, and I'm quite impressed by their plays. Because not only did they make... oh, shit, the plays. Not only did they make some very good plays, but they also exposed the weaknesses of the enemy team a lot. And just so many misplays by the enemy team. Like, I cannot stress this enough that this game was massively affected by wall coverage. And just awareness and getting caught out. Like, they had the potential to get crushed in every team fight. If they had jumped on Vayne like they did when Vayne went all Gosu complex and disrespected Vlad, and Jarvan came in, they fucking minced that team fight. They got 4 towers and 4 kills. That is enough to turn the tides of almost any game. That is loads. And if they had just grouped up, got wards all around the enemy jungle, like all around the enemy jungle in the mid lane, and just started shoving mid lane, waiting for Vayne to do that disrespectful things that she did earlier on, and just slightly overextend, and then just mince her with things like Heimer Plague and Nasus's Pimp Cannon. They would have won the game. But instead, they didn't capitalize on the fact that they got that huge advantage. They were at equal amounts of pressure when they got that advantage, and maybe even like pressuring the enemy Vayne's team a little bit more. But they just got out pressured and out farmed and just had no ward coverage and couldn't see what was going on. So they couldn't step out of their towers, and this is gonna happen to you a lot, where you get to the position and you just can't step outside your turret, and you're just gonna get just fucking minced. But thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it highlights some of the things that happened to you, and I'm gonna do this kind of thing every Wednesday. Wednesday is pro game day. Tomorrow is Elo Hell Day, which should be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it, and Friday is Law Day. But I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.